So were you in school while filming? Like, did you have to take
I
breaks and stuff for school?
So we filmed during the summer, but we started in May. We started doing school, and then by the summer we didn't. But we did have a set teacher,
Mm.
Miss Laura, who was there the whole time, even in the summer, which she is the absolute best. Also, like she was the one that brought all the games, and we'd play during like the summer. But yes, during the school hours, we'd have like allotted hours that we had to go and spend doing school, which for me, it was easy because I do online school, so it's all like on the computer. So I just do my assignments during those hours and get them done, and then go back to work.
Awesome. So I have a question because I think that there's a lot of people who don't understand like the logistics of when there's children on a set and how that works. And there's rules for that, right? Like you guys are limited to how many hours you can actually be in front of the camera, right? Or on set. Talk about a little bit about that and how that works. And then I guess why that transition from child actor to adult actor, it's such a thing. Talk about that because I know we have a lot of people your age that listen that are aspiring to maybe get into the career. So
Yeah, working as a kid is definitely different than the adults, like because they can work however long they want to. They can work in the middle of the night. They can work whenever, whereas we have the hours. It's also based on age. So Max, who played my brother, him and I were in an age range where we could work, I don't remember, 10 hours maybe, but then Sophia, like my little sister, could work like an hour or two less than us. So one of the days, we shot all the scenes and then she had to leave, so we had like a stand-in that looked like her. She sat there, and sometimes I would be like, Sophia, you came back, because she looked just like her. But yeah, like the hours, it's definitely hard because, you know, like sometimes they're like, oh, we can't do another take because you guys have to leave because it's locked. I understand why they're there, but I'm also like, no, I want to keep working.
well, and then because you are limited, like you said, maybe 10 hours, but like you just said, you also during that block, you have to set aside a block for, I have to do school too, right? So it's even, wow. And how you balance that, or man, I guess it's good time management, right?
Yeah.
I love that. And I mean, we talk a lot about mental health and trying to keep pressure off of ourselves as well. So as a young actress in her own right, you are in the room where a lot of notable stars are. So how do you keep the pressure off yourself? Because you are a very bubbly individual. So how do you stay so happy and so like motivated when working?
Yeah, it's definitely harder. It's definitely a lot, especially when I first went in, there was a lot of like stress, like, oh my God, these are such big names. And I'm like, I want to be good. I want to impress them. But pretty soon it didn't even feel like I was working. It didn't even feel like I was with these like crazy people, because it felt so like nice on set, just working with everybody. It just felt like I was hanging out with friends. Like didn't even feel stressful anymore after like the first 1 or 2 days.
Well, and I think that kind of goes back to what you said about Rose, who just kind of had the conversation, sat down and said, hey, you're an equal and you belong here and we're going to treat you like that. And that probably went a long way too, to make you feel that way.
Yeah.
So on the flip side of that, because you got this, right, and you're rocking and rolling, how do you maintain a positive attitude and kind of like, upbeat and positive in an industry where it's really, you audition a lot, but you don't get a lot. Yeah. So how do you stay upbeat and not get down on yourself when you don't get roles, when you go a stretch without getting anything?
It's hard. It's very hard. A lot of times I get very like stressed about it. I'm like, oh, I'm never going to work again. Because you do so many auditions, but especially at my age, because of the laws, it's easier for them to cast 18-year-olds to play the high schooler, because they can work however long they can.
Right.
So it's definitely hard to like be constantly auditioning and then seeing other people get it. But I try and like think about how lucky I am to get the opportunities I get. That like there were people who auditioned for Platonic and didn't get it, that I had the opportunity to do that. So I try and focus on that rather than the things I'm not.